Hey, my fellow freedom enthusiasts, it's me, Dr. D. Freedom isn't just a desire, it's your birthright. And around here, we decide, declare, and define it through alignment. So, in my freedom journey, lately, I have been on this whole fragrance, like, for lack of a better word, journey, I guess. And I have really been into discovering which scents I like, which perfumes, which oils, and making sure that I am doused in them. And I recognize that even me wanting and desiring to be in these fragrances the way I am is a whole part of a grander scheme of preparation for me. We'll save that topic for another day. But I'm really into Alien. I like Louis Vuitton Symphony. And there's even a dupe out there. Yes, your girl will shop a dupe as well. What else do I like? There's this fragrance on Amazon that has this beautiful vanilla. I can't even think of the name of it. Beautiful vanilla. Smells like summer in a bottle to me. And whenever I put that on, I'm like, vacation me, please. And then there's a couple of others, some that I've gotten, some oils that I've gotten from Cairo, Egypt. It's a couple of, I'm really into fragrances right now. I'm really into the scent I carry into a room, and pay very close attention to, because I'm choosing my words very carefully here. So please pay very close attention to what I'm saying. I'm very intentional to the scent that I leave when I'm entering a room. When I leave a room, I am very intentional to the fragrance that I wear when I am going certain places. When I am going to the bank, there's a certain fragrance that I wear when I'm going to the bank. When I'm doing business, there's a certain fragrance that I wear when I'm doing business, because to me, it smells like wealth in a bottle. So that is what I put on. And I'm saying that to say, what if we were in God's presence like a fragrance? What if it was, I know in the word it talks about putting on the armor of God, but what if we put on his presence like a fragrance? He's everywhere, right? Like God is in everything and everywhere all the time, which is how he can navigate our past, our present, and our future. And we know that to be true. So if we stand firm in that, we believe that, we know that to be true, then why can't I put on his presence like a fragrance? Why can't I be in his presence like a fragrance that I have on, that I carry with me, that I leave lingering behind? Why can't his fragrance meet people before I meet them? That just blew my mind with me saying it out loud. Why can't his presence meet people before I meet them? Why can't his presence linger when I leave a room? That to me is true alignment. And that is what the freedom journey is all about. It is about alignment. It is about you being in alignment with the life that God has meant for you to live, which you doing the exact things. I'm so excited I'm getting tongue-tied. With you doing the exact things that God has said he wants you to do in your life. You carrying out that call. You carrying out that mission. You being in complete and total alignment with him at all times. And to me, that's a fragrance that I am bathing myself in daily, that I am dousing myself in daily, which is his presence, which is his word, which is worship to him. That, to me, that's the ultimate fragrance. The ultimate fragrance. Because a fragrance sets the tone for an environment. A fragrance sets the room. A fragrance welcomes in a presence. A fragrance lets you know that someone was there. I remember being in Cairo and just how amazingly wonderful the people smelled, and getting off the elevator at the hotel and no one being there, but their fragrance lingering, letting you know that someone had been present. And because of the way that they put the oils on them, because of the way that they put the fragrance on from head to toe, it arrives before you interact with them, and it stays present once you leave out of their actual presence. Okay? Like, that's alignment with God. If we think about it in terms of a fragrance, in terms of a perfume, in terms of an oil that we are dousing in our body, that is worshiping God with your five senses, of really saying that I am going to put on his fragrance. I'm going to stay so far into his presence that people will meet him. I'm going to be in so much alignment that they will meet Christ. They will see the God in me before they see me, before they see the fleshly version of Dr. D. I want you to see him. Before they see the fleshly version of me, I want you to see him. When I leave a space, I want his presence to be what you sense when I exit out of a room. Not me, not the fleshly version of me, not the imperfect version of me. Because I'm just God's breath in a clay of dirt. That is it. That is all. Doing what he has told me to do. I am just his breath. Operating in the earth. I'm just his breath. So I want the fragrance of his breath to be present when I enter a room and when I leave a room. If we thought about being in alignment with God as the fragrance that we carry, I mean, that I don't know about y'all, but that right there just boom, blew my mind completely. Because let's keep it a buck. We've all had a musty day. Whether you were an athlete, you were in the gym working out, that one armpit just got loud, whatever the case may be. It's just a hot, sunny day. You're cleaning the house. It's one of those days where the 2 to 3 showers is not going to do it. Maybe we need to up it to 4 or 5, especially if you live in the South in the summer. That fragrance will slap somebody across their face before they see you. If you don't brush your teeth, if you don't have good, gentle hygiene, that fragrance of your breath, with just you doing an inhale, exhale, will slap them straight across the face before they even get to interact with you. So what if we looked at the presence of God as a fragrance? What do you want to enter the room? What do you want to leave behind? Because it's always something. You leave an impression. We don't say there's first impressions for nothing. We leave a lasting impression. Like we don't get these little sayings for nothing. These actually mean something. So what are you bringing with you when you enter a space? Are you bringing God? What are you leaving with people when you leave a space? Are you leaving your attitude? Are you leaving your disappointment? Are you leaving your anger? Are you leaving your high expectations that they cannot meet? What are you leaving in a space when you leave a room? Or are you leaving the lingering presence of God that you brought with you? And sometimes people need you to be a segue. They're so disconnected that they can't tap into the fact that God is there with you. They can't tap into the fact that God is there with them right then and there, that he's all around, that he's operating 24/7 around them. They're so distant. Sometimes they can't hear him whispering to them constantly. Sometimes they're ignoring. God's presence is there. But what if we are so in alignment that it is almost like a fragrance, like a smell? This is why when people meet me or others or people that I know, and it's like, look, there's something about you. That something about you could be good or it could be bad, but there's something about you. What presence, what worship, what word? Are you a vessel filled up, being used, pouring out? What are you bringing with you? Are you in alignment? What are you bringing with you into a space? I don't know. It's just something that just dawned on me this morning as I was sitting here thinking, what fragrance of choice am I going to wear today? And I was looking over some notes from my prayer last night of something that was stated on a prayer call just recently. And as I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about my own choice of fragrance today, it hit me right upside the forehead. Am I in an alignment where I am allowing people to see him and meet him first? Is that presence lingering? It's always there. I'm not saying that we're bringing anything. He's there. He's everywhere. But I am in alignment where it is like highlighted. I mean, that's my thing. We have to be in alignment with the will of God, with what God wants you particularly to do in your life. And look, before I end this video, which is lengthy as I don't know what, it's not about what other people think, what they say, what they approve, what they don't approve. Who is they? Anyway, you know what God told you. It might not look normal to others. It may not be standard to others. The trajectory of getting there may not be a straight line. 9 times out of 10, all of that is going to be true. It's not going to be a straight line. It's not going to look normal. It's not going to look standard to other people. They're going to have their opinions. But guess what? You do what you know to be true because you are in alignment. Your life is so much fuller. That was said to me by one of my bestest friends. And he told me, when you are in alignment, your life is so much more fuller. Doesn't make it easier, but it makes it fuller. It makes the joy, the peace that surpasses all understanding flow to you so much more because you are in alignment. Means that those hard days, those trials, those tribulations, those things that are coming up against you, they don't phase you like they would if you were out of alignment. That means that shield of protection, it hits that first. You might still feel the same. It's like a bulletproof vest. You might still feel it. You might be bruised. You might be hurt, but it didn't go through. So, fragrance. What fragrance are you bringing with you into a space? What fragrance is lingering when you leave a space? I don't know. It's between you and God to figure out. But either way it goes, I love you. Bye.